Hey everybody, Cooper here at etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at our RockyMounts MonoRail on our 2022 BMW X7. Our bike rack is going to be a platform style bike rack, being able to hold two bikes weighted for 60 pounds each, which means our e-bikes are going to be able to be held by this, as well as we have frameless contact. Our front hook as well as our back ratchet strap means that our carbon frame style and our alternative frame style bike racks are going to be able to be held by this bike rack. In order to gain access into our hatch, this bike rack actually comes with a foldaway feature. We just have to pull the lever, slowly tilt this out of the way, and then we'll be able to gain access into our hatch. So if we're keeping our shoes back here, our bike helmet, maybe a snack for the day, this allows us full access, including our little fold down piece here, into our trunk. Now in order to put it back up into that carry position, we're going to put one hand on the arm of the bike rack, and then we can put it on the seat of the bike. We don't have to pull any lever, just simply push up until we hear that click, letting us know that it has engaged and is in the carry mode now. Now in order to take our bike rack off, the first thing we're actually going to engage with here is the back tire, pressing our blue little lever, undoing our ratcheting mechanism as we take that and just kind of fold it out of our way. And then our hook arm here at the front is actually what's holding the bike in place. So you want to have a hand on your bike before disengaging the frame, because as soon as you do that, the bike is going to be free. So go ahead and push that up, push it down out of our way, and then we are good to go ahead and grab our bike and hit the trails. Now with our bike off, ready to hit the trails, we can actually fold this up into the more compact mode just to save the others around us a little space. So we can go ahead and take our back hook, ratchet that into place, take our front arm here, and that actually does ratchet down as well and folds right in on itself. And then we can take our back wheel support, pull our lever, and actually fold this up into a more compact mode. Now to look at some measurements of the vehicle, especially in this fold up compact position, we're going to be able to see by placing that at the far bumper and measuring out to our furthest point, it looks like this is only going to be adding about 17 inches on the back. This is useful for when it's parked while you're out biking, if you're taking this to the grocery store or anything else. But what's it going to be like with our bikes added on driving down the highway? So if we unfold our bike rack, and again, just taking our measuring stick, putting that onto the back and measuring out to our furthest point, looks like that's going to be 34 inches. So that really gives you an idea of how much space we're going to be saving folding it up. Now normally we would be measuring our ground clearance, which would be measured from the floor to our knob right here, but since we're on the X7, which is a little bit of a taller vehicle, I'm not really worried about ground clearance. What I am worried about is how high am I going to have to lift up my bike to fit it into our bike rack, and that looks like about 27 inches. So that's just a number to be aware of. If you have some of those heavier bikes, you are going to have to lift it all the way up, securing it into our cradles. Taking a look at our hitch down here, this bike rack does come in a 2-inch hitch, so we did have to install a 2-inch receiver onto our X7. You can go ahead and find one of those here at etrailer.com, but we held in place by our Anti-Rattle Bolt and locking mechanism, so that way while you're hitting the trails or going into the grocery store, don't have to worry about your bike rack disappearing off your car, hopefully. Now let's go ahead and fold this up. Overall, I do really like the RockyMounts MonoRail as a great bike rack. What's also really cool though with the X7 too is even in this folded up configuration, if you were going to the grocery store or something, our top part of our hatch actually still opens, which allows us to go ahead and take our groceries for the day and go ahead and put them right back in without needing about worrying this being in the way. While the RockyMounts MonoRail is a really good bike rack, if you're worried about that load height at 27 inches, another bike rack available on our website would be the Kuat NV 2.0, which has an available ramp add-on. So instead of lifting it up that 27 inches with like a 60-pound heavy e-bike, you'll be able just to ramp it right onto the bike rack instead of having to worry about loading it up. This was a look at our RockyMounts MonoRail on our 2022 BMW X7. My name's Cooper. Thanks for watching.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action. And this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.